foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad be best though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see Modesto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, that make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number saved, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, let them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet points of God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot.
Appreciated, Coach. Well, the roof is closed, but as you can probably tell, the mouths of these Cowboy fans could not be more wide open. It is a frenzied AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Obviously, they do everything big here in Dallas, and the introduction to the Cowboys, no exception. They're set for football in Big D as their guys will do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up. Here we go. Mike. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
They run with Ezekiel Elliott, last year's NFL rushing leader. And some room to work. Ezekiel Elliott going to take it the distance. Touchdown, Cowboys. Ezekiel Elliott, touchdown number 15 of the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. Extra point by Marr, up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
Let's go.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Goff will lead the Rams up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. A beautiful fake. And they're able to get this one across the 35. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. These two teams, of course, met last year in the divisional round of the NFL playoffs. And, you know, a lot of people were calling that kind of a throwback game to the 70s of the old NFL. And the Rams would get out to the 23-7 lead. Cowboys tried to make a late push, but the Rams would hold on for the 30-22 victory. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Check. Hold on. Check.
Now the third leading rusher in the NFL last year, Todd Gurley. Trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. Call it no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down.
At the 36-yard line.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10.
He's coming. We got double up. Check. Lucky. Switch. Tight dog.
Now Goff. Dancing to his left. And seeing nowhere to throw, he chucks this one away from harm. Incomplete. Now it's 3rd down.
Well, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on second down. It muddles things a little bit here. This is 3rd and 10.
Here we go. Slant.
Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
Out of the gun. Goff. Oh, he almost picked it. Nearly a turnover there on their opening drive. And that's a throw he'd like to have back. Now 4th down. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away.
That is how you flip field position. That's an absolute bomb of a punt. Downs it inside the 5-yard line. Absolutely ideal.
From that position, you're hoping to get it down inside the 15, inside the 5. Superb.
We ain't giving up nothing today. 26.
They start on the ground with Elliott. And he's going to be taken down shy of the 5-yard line. Corey Littleton, Pro Bowler for the first time a season ago, in to make the tackle. The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
Kill. Here we go, 47. We're going to 54.
Back near his goal line, it's Prescott. Going to take a shot for Gallup. Oh, wide open, complete. He's at the 30. 10. Touchdown, Cowboys. Michael Gallup, 96 yards. And the Cowboys are able to show off their quick strike ability. So from back deep in their home territory, all the way into the end zone, you think they expected to score on that one?
I'm not sure they expected to score, but they also show that they're not averse to taking a little bit of a risk there, right? Taking a chance, because the normal call is take care of the football, run it, be safe. Instead, they put it in the air and took a gamble, and it paid off in a big way. That wasn't an analytics call. That wasn't a fantasy guy's call. That was like a video game call right there.
It was a little bit of a video game call, but it worked. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. Eight yards the tally on that first down run. Here's 2nd and 2.
Big series right here. We got to step it up. Whip. Watch the whip.
Back to the ground, this time with Gurley. And brought down, but not before reaching the 45-yard line. A gain of 13, it's a first down. So many questions about Todd Gurley in the offseason. How good is the knee? I mean, remember, he had a heavy workload the last couple years, nearly 4,000 yards from scrimmage, 40 total touchdowns, but just 4 carries in the NFC Championship game, 10 in the Super Bowl. So we'll see what kind of usage he gets this season. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10.
Check. Orange. Undercut.
Here's Goff. He'll fire one end zone for Cooks. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. And this pass defense, they were sensational in the win last week, and they're looking good here so far in this first quarter.
You know, we often talk about how offenses get locked in, and that runs over multiple games where they're really, in that zone. Defenses can be the exact same way, and I think we're seeing an example of it here.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Now it's gone. And that's caught left side. It's Woods. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
Here we go. No. Value 3.
Just beating the play clock is gone. This is Johnson. He's got it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think the punter might start to get into a pretty good rhythm here if he keeps getting opportunities. But that's the last thing his team wants to have happen, right? The last thing you want to see is your punter feeling pretty good because he's out there all the time.
Yeah, first quarter only, but they're 0 for 2 on third down conversions to start this thing. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. And right now they're saying, hey, let's keep this going. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns.
Yeah, can't ask for a better start than that, can you? I mean, this is the way you practice it. This is the way you rehearse it. But right now, the play calling, they're locked in really well.
It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets them to 2nd and 4. He was solid last week, over 100 yards in their victory on the ground. They want to get that going again.
Absolutely. What they also understand is that from week to week, it's not necessarily the same, but they want it to be, right? What they saw last week on the ground, they want to see in this game as well.
Being chased out left. And the defense loses him. It's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play here for Dallas. 47 yards.
First and 10 at the 27-yard line.
So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10. A run for Tony Pollard, the Memphis product. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. The defense showing some anger after giving up the big play. This time they'll lose 1 or 2.
At the 28-yard line.
Mike, 58, right there. Ready? 26. 58, come on. 26.
On 2nd and 11 now. Prescott eluding the pressure right. Trying to improvise. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up 3rd.
Well, he strung it out as far as he could, and I like the fact that he kept his eyes downfield, but he finally ran out of time and room. But I'll take that over forcing it downfield and possibly having it intercepted.
Here we go. Hey, we got to get this stop here, D. 26. 52, right 52. Push him back. Push him back. Check 31. Check 31. 26.
Draw play, Elliott. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Give him 3 yards there as that'll take us to 4th down. Start of the second quarter, and it's the Cowboys in possession. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. The kick by Marr is good. Of course, the door for Maher was opened after a little bit of a surprise move, the Cowboys letting go of Dan Bailey last year.
Yeah, Maher took over in the preseason. He's from Nebraska via the Canadian Football League where he kicked for 4 years. And I saw him personally make 2 game-winning field goals last season against Detroit and in Atlanta.
You ready? You ready?
At their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down.
Want to.
I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
Now a play fake here on first down. And that is incomplete. Showed off the arm strength there, but to no avail. Second down.
And attempted a deep ball there. They didn't get it. But, boy, they're going to need a few of those to actually hit in order to get back into this game.
Good thing they do have a little bit of time here still left in the contest. Decent-sized deficit, but not one that they can't manage. They'll try again from the 36 on 2nd and 10.
Pick it up, guys. Pick it up. Hey, switch gears. Switch gears.
They'll run it with Johnson, and he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up third down.
Back at the 33-yard line.
Shell. 36. Check, go get him.
Third and long. It's gone. Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. Now Austin. Nifty move. Give him 11 yards that time on the return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10.
27-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. And they're not going to play this conservative, I don't think. They had a field goal last time, and they're up, but they're looking to put a drive in the end zone.
Oh, I agree with you totally. No one goes out on the field and says, all right, let's just settle for 3, except in certain situations, trying to ice a game, that sort of deal. Most of the time, it's
touchdown, Cowboys! Ezekiel Elliott. His second TD of the game and 16th on the season. And the Cowboys, they push out in front further. And with that carry, he's already over 100 yards here in the first half.
And, partner, you know exactly what he's saying to his teammates right now, right? Especially to the play caller.
Give me the ball.
Again, and again. It's not that heavy, sir. I'll take it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. The results for them so far not that great. Well, not good at all. 3 drives, 3 punts.
Yeah, and now what you're doing is you're looking at your play sheet. You're trying to figure out what you're going against defensively. I wonder, are they showing them something they haven't seen or anticipated in practice, and maybe that's throwing them off? Or do they just have to go to a different play calling section and try and run some offense that way?
Well, the returns for the Cowboys on Leighton Vander Esch have been pretty good so far. You know, a lot of Cowboy Nation questioned when they took him number 19 overall a season ago instead of Calvin Ridley. But Leighton Vander Esch would get 140 tackles last year, franchise rookie record for Dallas, en route to a Pro Bowl appearance. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. It's a gain of 35.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open. I think that helps set him apart from many of the other backs in the league.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. Now Goff will hand this one to Gurley. He'll be stopped at the 35, but not before he picks up 7 yards.
That play wasn't quite as big as the play that preceded it, but still, gotta like the way they're moving the football, partner.
Absolutely. Pretty good room to run on that last play.
Yeah, they didn't get a first down, but still, you'll take runs like that each and every time, won't you?
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
22 jet bomber, 22 jet bomber. Tighten up. Check 50, check 50. 49, check 49, check 49.
Now Johnson. And he works it to the 30-yard line here, right at the 30. A gain of 5, good enough for the 1st down.
Yeah, they really needed to get something going, didn't they? They had punted on the last 2 possessions. The running game starting to come to the front for them, providing a nice pickup there to keep this drive going.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
54's Mike, 54's Mike. Check, check, watch 54, watch 54. I got you, boy. I got you, boy. Hey, 5. Mike 5-4, Mike 5.
They'll try the air now with Goff. Oh, a ball batted in the air, and now it's intercepted. Picked off Byron Jones. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively. Not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52. Hey, man.
Following the interception, here's Prescott. Oh, that was dangerous. Threw it into coverage, almost picked, but instead they'll keep it on 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now Dak on the option left. And holding it may be the wrong decision as he stopped in the backfield. He lost 2 there, and it's 3rd down.
The evolution of Clay Matthews as a player is just one that they're going to end up writing books about. He didn't even start until his senior year at USC. He didn't start in high school. And now he's at all-pro level in the NFL. How about the play he just made there?
And he has certainly made a name for himself. And the Rams got him. They bring him down. Out now comes the Cowboys punter. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. All right, coming up at intermission. Charles, you want to wait to enhance your Saturday?
I certainly do.
I've got just a thing for you. It's the coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll be alongside at half to take us through the weekend in the NFL. A very good return that time. 18 yards. And this offense will take over right at the midfield stripe with a 1st and 10. So good field position for the Rams as they come up 1st and 10. A 1st down carry here for Johnson. Byron Jones in there to make the tackle.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Merlin. 55's my guy, 55. No gain on this.
Here's Gone. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down.
It's been my observation there's been a nice variety of play calling defensively. You and I often talk about an offense's ability to keep a defense off balance with what they're doing. I think the converse has been true in this game.
I think you're right. They seem to have gone off tendency quite a bit, but only the 2nd quarter, a lot of time to change things. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave them trying to convert on 3rd and 9. From the gun, here's Gone. That's going to be complete to his tight end, Everett. And he'll go down, but not before getting this inside the 30. The Rams going to go ahead and use the 1st of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime.
Mike, 55. Right there in the middle. 55. You don't want none. Get it. Pick up the ball. 11. Check Mike. Watch it, 5.
On 1st down, it's Gone. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. They came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
2nd and 10 now from the 27. Goff turns and gives to Gurley. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Goff. And able to find Higbee. It's complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. They'll try and run. This is Johnson. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles. A great effort there in the final seconds of the 1st half, as they are now on the board here in the 1st half. Zerline good with a PAT, and that will shave one more off this lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3.
Keep playing hard.
Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But this is going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them.
At the 26-yard line.
The run only got a yard. Here's 2nd and 9.
Watch 54. Watch the slant. Watch the slant.
Here's Goff. And he's going to be taken down. Goff is sacked. DeMarcus Lawrence in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year.
You know, on these types of plays, we're always looking to assess blame. Okay, where did it break down? Sometimes it's just a great play.
So Goff, he'll try to refocus after the sack. The Rams now set up with a tough one, a 3rd and long. Johnson running right. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
How about the fellas with the stars on the side of their helmets rising up on defense? We always hear about the Cowboys' rushing offense. Their rush defense is pretty good as well, I think, because they're so cohesive. Defensive line, linebackers really work well together.
On is the punter, Hecker, as he gets this one away.
The Cowboys take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Dallas offense here set to begin the drive. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
How about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Again, it's Elliott. A good pickup there, 13 yards as they get closer for 3rd down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it with Elliott. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A 3rd down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough. For Zeke, what a first 3 years he's had in the NFL. Last year, his 2nd rushing title, 1,434 yards. Not as many as 1,631 that he had as a rookie, but still his yards per game average was the best in the National Football League. And he will be hit from behind and run over. Wow. Clay Matthews in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Prescott. This is caught with a catch right side. They'll get 9 there as that sets them up better for 3rd down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete.
I know at times people think we use it too often, but you've got to be able to throw guys open. And when you read zone, you've got to stick it in there before your receiver gets to the next guy in the zone. Otherwise, you bring him into the play.
And that's precisely what allowed that defense to disrupt the pass. Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. Only 29 yards on the punt there. Definitely not his best. And the Rams will go on offense here with a 1st and 10. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
But you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's 2nd and 12. Goff going to hand it to Gurley. He works his way forward for a couple up past the 30. Not the start to the drive they were hoping for. That run doesn't get them much at all.
No, not at all. And that leaves them with 3rd and long, which means you've got to dial up something pretty good. Think your best player with a play that he likes to run best.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down.
Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. 12. Get the ball. Right there, 54, right there, 54, Mike. Go, go, go. Slam, slam, slam. Kill, kill, kill.
Gone. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. A really nice gain of 25 yards. They've been struggling in the passing game. Do you like the aggressiveness there? I mean, it worked on that play, but do you like it?
I do, because a lot of the time you're struggling because your passing lanes are clogged. That usually happens when you're throwing the ball underneath. People start to press up on you. Push them deep. Find some space and open things up again. Being aggressive there, I think, will pay off for them.
A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Focus, defense, focus. Check 3, check 3.
Now gone. And this one's incomplete. Robert Woods, the intended receiver that time. And it's 3rd and short.
Let's face it, if you want to get back into the game, these are the kind of throws you got to hit. He's wide open right there. Got to be able to get it to him, don't you think?
And those are the throws that haven't been available to them every time he's dropped a pass. Yeah, that's a big miss. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. A shotgun snap for Goff. They got a man. It's Woods. And he is going to get the 1st down as he covers up after a pretty good shot there. Goff to Woods as the Rams move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Let's set a tone, fellas. Let's set a tone.
Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
1 yard gain brings up 2nd and 9.
Try to get one more in here before the quarter breaks. And as they come to the line, they will not be able to get off another play as time has run out on this 3rd quarter. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. Seems pretty obvious defensively a key was stopping the run game. How have they done it so successfully?
To me, it seems that these guys really did a nice job of paying attention during the scouting report meeting. And you know, Brandon, when they do those, they talk about the top plays that these guys like to run. The best runs for the top running back, those are the ones you focus on and want to take away. And they've done that pretty successfully in this game.
Goff now looks to throw. Buying time, and he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. Robert Quinn in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Quinn, of course, had some great years with the Rams, most notably back in 2013 in their St. Louis days when he racked up 19 sacks. On 4th down, Goff. Forced out to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down.
180. Here we go, G. All day, defense.
On 1st down, it's Gurley. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Back-to-back nice plays, 12 yards that time and a 1st down.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw it through 3 quarters, no reason to lighten up now. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game. They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And the D not yielding much there. He's only going to get a yard to about the 2.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
We're good, we're good. Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4, Mike spot 4. Man, I got it. Delta. Right there.
Back to throw, Goff. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked up by Leighton Vander Esch. He's at the 50, the 40, past the 20, 10, 5, and he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Cowboy defense has a touchdown. That's the story of the game. They've been suffocating all game long on defense. They were suffocating there again in a big way.
And they've done it not just by out-athleting them, which is often the case, but by being able to adjust to anything they tried to throw at them and beating them to the punch each and every time. This was a defense that was well prepared.
The Rams take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit.
And the Cowboys' pressure gets there this time for the sack. DeMarcus Lawrence racking up sack number 12 for him on the year. So that complicates things a bit here. 18 yards to go now on 2nd down. Now a 10th carry for Johnson. And the reinforcements come in as they're going to stop him behind the line. Officially, it will go as a 1-yard loss, and that's going to lead to a 3rd down.
And it's 3rd down.
Like 20. Come on. Check 13. Check 13. Check 4. Check 4.
They go to Johnson again. And he's going to lose yardage here back to the 14-yard line. And a loss of 3 to bring up 4th.
Well, that's pretty symptomatic about how things have gone here. That play was just shut down right from the start.
And not going to give him a lot of confidence to help turn things around. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. Here's Austin. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. About set for this next drive by the Cowboys offense. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. They go to Elliott again. And he's going to take this one across midfield and into Ram territory. The tackle there by John Johnson.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
Don't want it. Keep playing hard, fellas, all day. Woo! Let's get it.
So the Cowboys in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more 1st down to help salt this one away. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. That one whistled against a big right tackle.
You'd think being able to fire out and block would be a lot easier to not commit a holding penalty, but it's tough to keep those guys right in front, isn't it?
And this 3rd down looking very tough after the holding penalty. 3rd and long.
Going to 53.
After the penalty, it's Elliott. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter as he's on here to punt it away. That's fielded at the 8-yard line. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. Good blocking there, nearly sprung him. As it is, it'll go as a 19-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Set to begin their next drive, the Rams offense at the line. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that and coaches want to. I remember one time I was on a team and we were losing late in the game like this, and you knew it was lost. It was over, right? And the coach called a running play and pretty much said to everyone, I want to see something executed well before we get out of here. And that was the message to the team.
Just something to build on.
Just something to build on, get it done, and maybe we can look at that and say, we'll get better as we go forward.
180! 54! Right here, right here. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Again, it's Johnson. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
I think it's pretty evident. We can say what a difference a week makes. Last week, he ran pretty much wild, didn't he? Did pretty much what he wanted to do. But this one, they've stopped him cold. That, to me, that's good scouting and even better execution.
Yeah, and they stopped him behind the line right there. They obviously watched the tape a few times and made some adjustments.
You ain't going nowhere.
Where you at? Where you at? Where you at? Who's that? Who's that? Is that yours? Is that yours? Who's that?
On 3rd down, Johnson. And some room to roam now. And he is finally out of bounds, but not before taking it down inside the 30. A big run there by Johnson. 46 yards. So now then, the big play has him all the way inside the 30 now, 1st and 10.
SOS, SOS, SOS. 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 SOS.
Watch the safety grip.
Gurley. Todd Gurley, wave goodbye. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Rams. Todd Gurley with a lucky number 13 touchdowns now on the year. And the Rams are able to draw a bit closer. Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2.
Mike 54. I got one. Mike 54. Mike 54. Shell.
Goff now looking to throw. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And it's picked up by the Cowboys.
Well, that two-point attempt failed due to the fumble, but people can't see this, but you got a ball in your hands now, and you got the thing locked in pretty well. You got it covered up.
I love having a football in the booth. I always hang on to it. It makes me feel like I actually played back in my day.
Well, you probably could have. If you had run that play, you would not have fumbled, I can tell you that.
Maybe. So the onside kick is recovered. And, you know, I always thought, Charles, as someone who didn't play these positions, that going over the middle as a receiver or trying to recover an onside kick, those are two very tough things to do.
It takes a lot of fortitude to put yourself in that position, but you have to do it in order to help your team win.
Unable to recover it, it costs them. The kicking team gets the football here. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once we were down huge, and someone said, Coach, where do you want to...
And now the rookie's free. And he's going to take this one in for a Rams touchdown. A great play there. His second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Rams are able to cut into this lead. Zerline connects on the extra point, and that will get him one closer. So time definitely not in their favor. Down 2 scores, but they'll try the onside kick. And the Cowboys are going to secure the football, and with it, they'll just about secure the victory as well. They knew they needed a miracle. They had to have that onside kick. They didn't get it.
Well, as we knew, even before they put the toe to the leather on that one, their chances of getting that done, slim and none. And I do believe we saw Slim just leave the door, didn't we?
We did indeed. I think we're down to none. A first down carry by Elliott. This will be stopped about 2 yards shy of the marker. 8-yard gain, 2nd and 2. And now we're going to get a timeout. Somewhat pointlessly called with 3 seconds to go in a game that's already been decided. 8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's 2nd and a couple.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, y'all.
They'll keep it on the ground. Elliott. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. Well, I know at points in this when you wanted to...